Technology has been evolving, and many different enterprises have been trying and doing experiments with machine learning, AI technologies in various ways. They've also been experimenting with a lot of automation technologies to automate various kinds of activities that are actually being performed within an enterprise. Unfortunately, what we have found is that while these solutions and technologies have been used effectively in pockets to actually create point solutions, most enterprises are finding it difficult to scale these technologies to the vastness of what their day-to-day operations looks like. So it is the place where we are today is the technology is there, it is becoming interesting, and yet enterprises are struggling to scale the benefits. Predominantly, the challenges are in converting and capturing knowledge about the enterprise environment, the domain in which the solutions are being applied. Because most of these techniques are good enough to get you up to observations or suggestive recommendations, but to go beyond suggestions to prescriptions and actions requires a lot of domain knowledge to be integrated with some of these AI technologies in order to sort of create an end-to-end solution that goes from understanding the context, deriving recommendations, and operationalizing them. And that's where I think the big gap exists today. I think you have to find ways by which we can capture information about the domain as well as the environment and then feed that into a system like Ignio. There are different ways of learning. So a system like Ignio will self-learn enterprise context. At the same time, it needs to be fed with knowledge about the domain, the facts about a particular domain, ways in which you can actually operate on systems that are part of that domain, and so on. So the role of people, in some sense, within enterprises have to change from doers of work to creators and curators of knowledge and handlers of exception. And that's a big shift in the mindset of what people do today on a day-to-day basis. So there's a shift required from tacit knowledge to explicit knowledge. And today you can leverage many different technologies to accelerate that shift, automatically learn from manuals and things of that sort, but then leverage crowdsourcing and tacit knowledge to curate that knowledge such that it becomes effective for carrying out end-to-end activities. So Ignio is an engine that essentially does sense, think, act, and learn. So it has the ability to tap into different data sources within an enterprise. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of data sources that contain bits and pieces of the information you want. Ignio builds a 360-degree view of the enterprise technology and operations based on that information. It has the ability to then apply a lot of AI machine learning techniques on the 360-degree view to determine context awareness. So essentially understand trends, patterns, seasonality, behavior, predictions, and so on. What is normal, abnormal, and use that to derive recommendations. These are prescriptive recommendations. Then the act part of Ignio essentially uses to operationalize those prescriptions. And then the learn is continuously learning this enterprise context, as well as the quality and effectiveness of the decisions and the actions that Ignio is taking. And thereby the whole system essentially closes the loop from understanding to deriving insights, operationalizing them, and continuously refining. There are several benefits of Ignio. It basically makes the enterprise technology and operations smarter, faster, and significantly easier to manage. So in our experience to date, we have found that you typically gain almost 10x speed up in terms of the time required to perform activities, usually 50-60% reduction in manual effort, and nearly 100% elimination of operational risks because of the ability to understand the 360-degree view, use that to predict and prevent rather than simply automate. So Ignio is unique in the sense that it is not only performing, if you will, autonomous operations or autonomous steering of activities, but it also has the ability to introspect and keep asking the question, why am I doing what I'm doing? And it focuses on eliminate rather than automate. And then it goes one step beyond that by essentially having the ability to answer a wide range of what if and if what questions. So what happens if some change is introduced within the environment, or if I want to achieve a certain objective, what should I do? So it's a single platform that transcends all of these spectrum of activities that you would want to do within an enterprise to run complex business operations, business and technology operations. Ignio today, we have built a lot of pre-built knowledge or content to take this to market. So the philosophy behind Ignio in some sense is sort of resonates with your matrix analogy, right? So it's a platform and there are knowledge cartridges. We call them Ignio capabilities that are embedded within Ignio to make it work within an environment. The first product that we have launched is Ignio for IT operations, which is essentially focused on with all the pre-built knowledge about standard technology stack that you can integrate within Ignio. Moving forward, we are essentially going to launch additional capabilities and products where Ignio will move from technology operations to, or information technology to business technology and technology operations to business operations.